Singapore is planning to import a third of its energy supply from low-carbon sources by 2035. Now, that's up 4 gigawatts of electricity. The move will allow it to tap into different renewable options like wind and hydropower. It'll also ensure Singapore's energy security by diversifying its sources from different parts of the world. Melissa Goh with more.
Nearly all of Singapore's electricity is generated by imports of natural gas, the cleanest form of fossil fuel. Still, the power sector accounts for 40% of Singapore's carbon emissions. And as the country ramps up its solar deployment, its Trade and Industry Minister says importing low-carbon electricity will be a key needle mover in Singapore's energy transition. He was speaking at the Singapore International Energy Week.
Increasing the energy efficiency of our natural gas power plants can, at best, reduce carbon emissions by about 10%. Even if we maximize all available space in Singapore for solar deployment and accounting for efficiency improvements, we will still not be able to generate enough power to keep the lights on with solar energy alone. Meaningful abatement can only come through tapping on low-carbon energy beyond our shores, and by developing the use of low-carbon alternatives.
The Energy Market Authority will be calling for proposals for these electricity imports to ensure that the country gets the best offers. These should be from low-carbon sources, although non-renewable sources may be needed as a start. But Mr. Gan adds that imports may not mean cheaper electricity. To enhance its energy security, Singapore will also need to provide sufficient backups, such as energy storage systems. This, as well as necessary grid enhancements, will add to the overall costs. Still, one analyst says diversifying to low-carbon sources could mitigate future risks.
When the carbon price is actually raised everywhere in the world, then the alternatives to fossil fuels will make more sense on a cost basis, on a relative basis. So for Singapore, who is alternative energy disadvantaged, electricity imports provide us with another tool or another option to manage this cost increase as Singapore decarbonizes.
Singapore is starting trials with partners like Malaysia, Indonesia and Laos to iron out issues associated with cross-border power trading. It's also investing in new energy solutions to help decarbonize its electricity supply. It has awarded 55 million Sing dollars to 12 research projects to improve the feasibility of low-carbon technology like hydrogen and carbon capture, utilization and storage. One team is looking to store carbon in the deep ocean.
Based on our preliminary results, we have demonstrated stability for ranging from 2 weeks to 1 month. As part of this proposal or this grant, we intend to demonstrate a 6-month storage stability as well as a large-scale scale-up.
Singapore is also preparing legislation to empower its energy regulator to impose emission standards on its power generation firms.